I was reflecting on Morganthe's recent schemes. It is time for you to learn more about the Council of Light and Avalon. What is Avalon? Why, it is the world I come from. I will tell you more, but first you must learn of the Council of Light. Find the Emperor of Mushu in the Jade Palace. Ask about the Council of Light. Return here when you are finished.
Greetings, esteemed wizard. It has been a long time since Mushu was graced with your presence. If you would learn about the Council of Light, you must study the Scrolls of Light. However, the path is not so easy. They are held in the Tower of Absolute Being, in the Jade Palace, and are guarded by the fierce Jade Oni, Mika Skaka.
You should not be here, wizard. The light of truth can be blinding.
You carefully collect the Scrolls of Light. You are the first one in generations to read them. The scrolls are the recollections of the Emperor of Mushu, detailing the formation of the Council of Light.
In the year of the Red Comet, blanketed by shadow, the world of Zafaria called for help. A Council of Light was born. The council consisted of Merle Ambrose, Lydia Greyrose, Diego the Duel Master, and my humble self. With King Achebe, King Zitu Zibu, King Caleb, and Queen Elissa, the Spider Temple was broken, and the shadows were driven out. The Council of Light kept watch for new shadows throughout the spiral, for evil can never be destroyed, only driven back. It is good to see you again so soon. I trust the Jade Oni did not cause you any difficulties. The Council of Light has allies wherever there are those pure of heart. Avalon, Marleybone, Grizzleheim, Mirage, even Polaris. You should return to Headmaster Ambrose in Wizard City and tell him what you have learned.
Oh, it is hard to believe it was so long ago. I feel as if a great shadow has come to Wizard City. Let us speak to Gamma at once. My Bartleby, what was that? It came from Gamma's room.
Oh, Headmaster, help! It's Morganthe!
Hello, Ambrose. And look, you've brought your pet wizard with you. Now that I've reclaimed my deck of shadows, I'm going to rewrite the spiral. This is your one chance to join me, or else be washed away in the tide of chaos.
I'm sorry, Morganthe. You were once the best and brightest, but you've dwelt in the shadows for too long. Your path leads to naught but ruin and sorrow. I expel you with a banishing spell.
Ah! You will regret this day, I swear.
Oh, I had hoped it would not come to this. But clearly Morganthe cannot be left unchecked. We must stop her. You will need the Sword of Kings to defeat Morganthe's deck of shadows. Gamma, tell our esteemed wizard what we know. Meanwhile, I'll clean up this mess.
Morganthe, bah! She once tried to hit me with a woolly mammoth. A sword of kings? Oh, it is the legendary blade of Avalon, once held by King Artorius, greatest of kings. His memory is preserved by the Knights of the Silver Rose. Here is the spiral key to Avalon. Go there and ask the first knight you see to point you to young Perry. He had charge of the Sword of Kings last I knew.
My wounds ail me. Good wizard, may I implore you for help? I was wounded along the high road by vicious fraudlings. They stole my arms. Could you get my sword back from the night goblins, and my shield back from the hobgoblin fiends? Ah! You have recovered my lost arms. That helps ease my discomfort. These wounds are not mending. I worry I may never recover. But I have heard tales of a wood witch, famed for her healing powers. I implore you to find Fianna Yellowknife on the high road and beg a salve for me.
What have we here? You say Sir Pike has a wound that will not heal. That is a dark sign. Seek out the night goblins who are prowling the high road and make them tell you the name of the one who wounded Sir Pike.
Stop your spell work. You want the worm. Cadillac, the fire spitter.
Ooh, the fire spitter. May the spirit of Artorius protect us. That name is an ill omen. Karanak, the fire spitter, is a worm of great power and destruction. His bite is lethal, unless... If you were to gather a sample of his venom, I could create a healing salve. Of course, you'll have to defeat him first.
The air is blistering inside, like the inside of a smith's furnace. You hear the horrible fire spitter up ahead. You collect a healthy sample of fire spitter venom. You are careful not to get any on you.
That venom will do nicely. To prepare the salve, I need some bulbs of ale blanc, a medicinal plant with wondrous properties. Please, fetch me some. Ah, that miracle clove. To crush the ale blanc and make the salve, I'll need my mortar and pestle. I lost them to hobgoblin fiends in the area. Get them! You got them back. I'm sure the fiends were crushed. There, I've made the strongest antidote I can. Hurry to Sir Pike and tell him to apply this salve to his wounds. It will neutralize the venom at once.
I'm not dead yet. You got the salve? Oh, that feels much better. The great wizard Merle Ambrose sent you to seek young Perry? Ha! Perry is now a white-bearded knight. He lives along the high road, but I'm not sure where. Sumner Fieldgold would know. He is a merchant and knows the high road well.
Be still, my beating heart. A wizard come to save us. Sir Pike saved me from the Froudlings, but we lost several bags of grain that are desperately needed here. Can you find the bags of grain in the high road and bring them back? Once the supplies are secured, I'll help you find Sir Perry. Now the good folk here will be able to weather a hard season. Let me help you find Sir Perry Gilliam. His cottage is on the high road, a short way past the Wood Witch, Fiona Yellowknife.
Cursed wolf, thy fury inward on thyself, pray and consume thee. Oh, wait, you're not a red-thorn badger. Ah, I've heard stories of a young heroic wizard who defeated Karanak, the horrid fire spitter. Might you be the one and the same? If you can prove yourself, I'll help with the noble quest to find the Sword of Kings. The fire spitter's spawn must be vanquished. They live in a poisoned well near her cave. Do this and survive. A glorious tale of sword and fang. You are clearly a student of the legendary Merle Ambrose. Years ago, I was given charge of the Sword of Kings. Though a squire when King Artorius died, I proved myself a worthy knight. In recent times, when the Froudling army attacked, I was vexed by the thought of the Sword of Kings falling into their hands. I entrusted it to Sir Brennan One-Hand. Last I heard, he was battling Red Thorn Knights. Defeat some to find his whereabouts.
Harley, Sir Terence Thornwhip captured Sir Brennan and imprisoned him in the Red Thorn Tower.
That scofflaw, Sir Terence Thornwhip, will duel with any knight. Any who lose to him end up in his dungeon. You must go to the Red Thorn Tower and ring the bell outside it to challenge the false knight Sir Terence Thornwhip. Go inside, trounce Sir Terence, and free any knights he has in his dungeon. Let me know when you succeed.
I hear your challenge and accept. Enter and face your doom.
As the sound of the bell fades, the gate to the Red Thorn Tower opens, beckoning you inside.
You may be no knight, but let it not be said I'm not fair. And I'll fairly throw you into my dungeon when you lose. Proudlings take you, wizard. I am beaten. As I still have my own honor, you should free the knights below in the dungeons, lest they starve.
Lord Thornwhip, send me a new toy. A wizard toy, not. Come here. You hurt me.
The smelly brute drops a heavy ring of keys with a thunk. You use the keys to free the trapped knights.
Well fought. Thank you for freeing me, young wizard. I'll head back to Caliburn to rest up and speak to you there.
By gamma, that's better. Many thanks to you, kind stranger. I too will head to Caliburn and join the knights there.
A remarkable feat, good wizard. Merle Ambrose has taught you well. Although the king won the throne with the Sword of Kings, it was the Order of the Silver Rose that helped him keep the peace. Merle Ambrose dreamed up the order and crafted the stone table that was our symbol. Sir Brennan was the first of the knights. Seek Sir Brennan one hand at Caliburn. He can tell you how to find the Sword of Kings, now that you have proven yourself.
Hail again, fair wizard. I owe you my freedom. You are searching for the Sword of Kings that the Lady of the Lake once bestowed upon King Arturius. Sir Paddy gave me King Arturius' mighty blade to carry, and before my foolish duel, I was smart enough to hand it off for safety. Sir Drustan Silverharp took it away from Avalon into the fairy forest of Weirwood. My map of the Weirwood is in my estate in the town of Caerleon, but the way is blocked by the 100-Year Bridge. The Harlequin Knight guards that bridge. He will not face you unless you are at least a squire. Ask Friar Nolan about a squireship.
Hello, friend. The shrine to courage in the face of axe, sword, and poisoned arrow was sullied by Fomori giants. Defeat the Fomori to retrieve the sacred shield and sword and restore the shrine. Then I can squire you for your act of courage.
You have restored the shrine to courage in the face of axe, sword, and poisoned arrow. Of course, you just might want to avoid that poisoned arrow.
You are truly a disciple of courage. I hereby dub thee squire, and charge you to serve with valor and courage, to protect the weak and defenseless, to live by honor and for glory. Young squire, now return to Sir Brennan and let him know what you've accomplished today.
Hello, squire. The Harlequin Knight is a chaotic knight who has closed the 100-year bridge to Caer Lyon. You'll have to duel him, and win. Once you get past that rogue, search out my loyal steward Kay at my estate near the town round. He'll get you the map you need.
You pup! You are hardly a squire. Still, by the laws of the land, you can challenge me. If you want a drubbing. If you wish to cross the 100-year bridge, you must face me and win. Meet me in the bridge tower and prepare to duel. Enough! You may cross the 100-year bridge at your leisure.
Now that you are safely inside the city, it is time to seek out Sir Brennan's steward, Kay.
Are you friend or foe, stranger? Sir Brennan sent you? Yes, I have a map of the Weirwood packed away somewhere. Things are topsy-turvy of late, you can imagine. While I search, you can help. Hobgoblin plunderers ransacked the estate and stole the knight's armor and shield. Can you get them back? You recovered Sir Brennan's kit! Those savages defaced Sir Brennan's armor. This just won't do. It must be repaired before I return it to him. Can you track down Ashlyn Brushtail, the master arms painter? She's still in town. Ask if she'll restore Sir Brennan's shield.
Oh goodness, I could use your help. Can you please help? These horrible whiptail Pantera have trapped me here. Can you drive them away? That was wonderfully brave. My cousin Emaine is missing. We got separated in the attack. If you can find her, I'll be happy to help you with your shield. Can you ask at the town round barricade and see if anyone's seen Emaine Cloudtail? Start with her friend, Innis Idle.
Sir Robin bravely rode forth from Avalon. Not afraid to die was he. Oh, Sir Robin bravely. Not afraid to be torn apart by vicious little foundlings. Not afraid to be smashed to pulp by handsome Fomori. This loot isn't working. Oh, sorry, you're looking for Emaine Cloudtail? I've no idea. You could ask Jeremiah Carver over there.
Emaine? Yes, I saw her being chased away from here by hobgoblin plunderers. I couldn't reach her. Please, tell Ashlyn.
Chased by hobgoblin plunderers? That's awful! Please round up some hobgoblin plunderers and scare them into telling you what they did with my cousin Emaine.
You want that ugly girl? We almost snatched her out, but she hid in the archives.
Over there, you see a girl that must be Ashlyn's cousin, Emaine.
My cousin sent you to find me. That was sweet of her. Thanks for chasing away those plunderers. I can escape now. Please, tell Ashlyn to stay safe.
Emaine got out of town safely? Terrific! I'd like to leave Caerleon and join the group at Abbey Road, but I can't leave without my paints. They are my livelihood. A pack of nasty little night goblins stole them from my house. Can you get them back for me?
Rusty Knight, we gave pigs to Big Boss Felicia Sparker. He live in Big Boss Tower.
A wizard acting like a knight? I'm gonna break your wand and stuff that shiny squire badge down your gullet. This must be my blue period.
Thank you! As a last favor, can you repair the teleporter arch by the town round? If you make it work, it can take you to Caliburn. I believe there is a book in the archives that explains how they work. Can you find it and then trigger the teleporter arch?
A treatise on the building, maintenance, and repair of teleporter arches in, out, and throughout Avalon. Yup, sounds about right.
You did it! Thank you for all your help. I'm going to take my things to Abbey Road right now. Tell Kay I'll paint his shield for him there.
I realize the streets are overrun by Froudlings, but you took your time finding the Master Arms painter, didn't you? Well, I guess it's good that it took you so long to help Ashlyn get her things and get back to Caliburn. I only just found your map. This will lead you right to Sir Drustan Silverharb's cottage in the wild. That's the nice part of the Weirwood. I'm going to Caliburn myself. Before you set off, could you distract the hobgoblin plunderers and whiptail Pantera so I'll be safe? Brave work, Squire. That map will get you where you need to go. To get into the Weirwood, however, you'll need to talk to old Greenbeard.
Oh, a wizard. You are an apprentice to the stripling Merle Ambrose, are you? I've not heard that name in many seasons. You wish to enter the Weirwood? The path has been closed since the Froudlings attacked. I have lost one of my daughters, wizard. Oh, the wind moans that Phelan Greensleeves was captured by chaotic Logress knights. My Phelan is but a defenseless sapling. Make the Logress knights tell you how to find her, wizard. And then, mayhaps, we can speak.
Phelan Greensleeves? She's obliged at the Logress estate. Here, this key will get you in.
That must be the dryad Phelan Greensleeves. Funny, she doesn't look confined.
Greetings, fair squire. What can I do for you this day? Kidnapped? Stars no. I have fallen in love with Sir Malik the Logress. Would you tell my father the happy news?
Oh, what? In love. Oh, what wonderful sun-dappled news. Oh, this news is like a cool breeze through my leaves. I was distressed about my poor sapling, and instead she is to be married. Go back at once to Sir Malik the Logress and request my invitation to their nuptials.
You come from old Greenbeard? You don't look much like a gardener. Ha! An invitation for that treant? Ha! No, I don't think so. Those creatures spoiled this shrine to hospitality and good manners between foxes, dogs, badgers, otters, humans, and fairies. Could you imagine what they would do to my lovely estate? Tell him he is unwelcome.
He said, what? Why, I shall raise all of the great royal wood to march to Caerleon and come against him. No, wait. My sap runs hot like a wildfire treant. No, we will show him our honor and the difference between fairies and Froudlings. A redcap called Chagan Nosebiter has the shrine relics. Get them back and restore the shrine to hospitality.
Good of you to stick your nose in. I was feeling a little peckish. Your magic strikes like nature's wrath. Take your cursed relics.
It takes a little elbow grease and some basic masonry to get the repairs done. But soon the shrine to hospitality and good manners between foxes, dogs, badgers, otters, humans, and fairies is looking right as rain.
You have done it? Oh, you show tremendous skill, wizard. Let us make one more appeal to civility. Go and tell Sir Malik Delogras what we've done. Let us see if his branches will bend. I would hate to need disturb all my cousins in the Weirwood from their long rest.
You restored the blessed shrine to hospitality and good manners between foxes, dogs, badgers, otters, humans, and fairies? I have been arrogant. Accept my humble apologies. Take this invitation to old Greenbeard. He is most welcome in our home.
You have an invitation for me? Oh, most good tidings. Thank you, wizard. You are a paragon of the virtue of hospitality. I must get ready for the nuptials. But first, I open the path to the Weirwood for you. Follow your map. You will have no trouble finding Sir Drustan Silverharp's hold. Tell his wife, Sophia, you have my favor.
How are you, stranger? You're in the favor of old Greenbeard. That is no easy thing to do. Perhaps then I can beg your aid for myself, wizard. The good and noble knight you seek, Sir Drustan Silverharp, was captured by a coven of witchy sisters who nest nearby. Can you venture into the White Owl Tower and rescue Sir Drustan from their vile talons?
Who are you? Prepare to have your flesh torn, vermin! Fie! You'll never find a way into the White Owl Tower.
Are you a good wizard or an evil wizard? If you are a kind wizard, you will let me out of this cage. And if you promise me a favor for another day, I will use my magic to help get you into the White Owl Tower. You freed me! Hooray! I will ask you for your favor on another day. My name is Casey. I'm glad we are friends. Let me use my magic to help you now.
Unicorn magic is always beautiful and uplifting.
Climb the vine into the tower. We will meet again, student of Merrill Ambrose. Watch out for evil owls. They are almost as bad as lemons.
The chamber is filled with a strange vapor that makes you feel so very sleepy. If you don't find an antidote quickly, you might sleep forever.
horned crown. How did you make it this far? It matters not. Your quest ends here, wizard.
Well done, friend. Let us return to my hold and tell Sophia the joyous news. Quickly, we can use this teleporter stone to escape.
Oh, thank you for your kindness. You have brought my husband back when I feared all was lost. You will always be our friend. Now go speak to him of your quest.
Ah, the noble sword of kings. When King Artorius was dying, he ordered the Knights of the Silver Rose to guard it vigilantly. I was most honored when Sir Brennan asked me to hold it. Of course I kept it safe. Straight away, I handed it over to the bravest knight in the realm, Sir Robin Bravely. Nothing could be safer. Last I heard, Sir Robin journeyed to the Fire Elf village to help them against the Froudling army. Seek him there. In the meantime, I will head to Caliburn and see how the others are faring. Good luck, Armiger.
Why do they call this a Fire Elf village?
The Froudlings were afraid we might help the Knights of Avalon, so they unleashed a winter worm upon us. Everything is frozen now. Sir Robin Bravely, I am not sure. I was away from the village the day of the attack. I suspect he's here, under the ice. Wait, if you help me through the village, perhaps we can find your knight. We'll need a living ember from the Fountain of Flame. You can find it on the other side of the wild.
You think you hear a soft crying.
Oh. What can I do? My family will be forever shamed. My brother Brinley, the Knight of Flame, was vanquished by a cruel giant. The giant, Maudit Soulban, then stole his armor. Having failed in his duties, Brinley fled to Caerleon. Noble Armiger, could you ask him to return to his role?
My sister sent you to ask me to go back there? What, are you crazy? Have you ever been beaten by a giant? It's no fun. I'm happy here. If Kara is vexed about the family honor, she can retrieve the armor and become the new Knight of Flame herself.
He said what? He said I could be the new Knight of Flame? Why, that would be amazing! But Brinley's armor was stolen by that giant. Could you journey to the Dread Keep and defeat Maudit Soulban in order to retrieve the Knight of Flame armor for me?
Smells like brimstone and sulfur here. Rotten eggs, ew.
How did you get in here? I am Maudit Soulban, Lord of the Dread Keep. Soon your blood-spattered garb will hang from my walls. How could a puny morsel like you get the better of me? Blasted wizards.
You got the armor back. Let me see how it fits. Brilliant! What do you think? Shining Armiger, you have done me a great favor and helped me restore honor to my proud family name. I am in your debt. Please collect a living ember from the Fountain of Flame. Take it to the Fire Elf village and help Roy Firehilt thaw his people.
Brr. Welcome back, wizard. Did you get a living ember? Ah, I'm starting to feel a bit warmer already. We have to vanquish the winter worm before we can break the curse of the hoarfrost. But the path to his den is too slick to travel. You will need magic shoes to grip the ice. Seek out Shane McGobbin, a leprechaun smith in the Toadstool village. He can enchant your shoes, so you don't slip on the ice.
Greetings, wizard. You need shoes to walk across the ice? Why, I can craft the shoes you'll need, but to do so, you'll have to fetch me nails back. I'll need them to fix your shoes. The wildfire treants went mad when the fire elf village froze up and tore up everything. Defeat them to find me nails what they stole. Aye, these'll do. Here, let me see your shoes. There, I've fitted the nails into the soles so you can walk over the ice without falling. Go back to Roy Firehill. Good luck with that winter worm. You'll need it.
Those are some handsome shoes. Now we can travel down the icy path to the winter worm's lair and drive him out. He's a terrible beast of winter and storm, and we will need every ounce of courage to win. And by we, I mean you.
Your shoes really grip the path well now.
What is this spark I smell? A wizard? Let me extinguish that fire for you.
I can't believe we bested that loathsome beast! Huzzah! You will always have the trust of the Fire Elves. Now that the winter worm is gone, we can melt the Hoarfrost curse with the living ember. Please help me thaw out the village. We can look for Sir Robin while we do so.
You release the living ember into the air, and it swirls around, melting the snow and ice. The trees burst into flame, a bit wild, but beautiful in their natural state. The houses thaw, and the fire elves warm up, and you even find a knight under a layer of frost. There is much rejoicing.
A winter worm, you say? Well, that doesn't sound too scary. Let me just find a woolly sweater. Wait, who are you? Huh? The winter worm has been defeated? Did I do that before collapsing? Oh, it was you? Bother. Well, perhaps you could tell people I helped. At least, gave you moral support? You need the Sword of Kings? I was careful not to lose it. I sent it out of the Weirwood. There is a teleporter arch nearby. Can you activate it? Meet me in Caliburn, where we can see the situation more plainly. I feel much better. The Sword of Kings? Why, yes, Sir Drustan told me to keep the Sword of Kings safe. Why do you ask? When I heard the Fire Elves were fighting Froudlings, I came to see if I could help. I was, anxious about losing the Sword of Kings. Instead, I gave it to my loyal minstrel, KingsIsle, and told him to hie away to safety. Perhaps Sir Pike has seen him.
A minstrel? No, I haven't heard any dulcet tunes for a while now. Perhaps Sir Brennan might know.
A minstrel? Surely sweet sounds would make our hardship easier to bear, but no, I haven't seen one. Ask Steward Kay. Mayhaps this minstrel made it back to Caerleon.
I recall the minstrel in Caerleon seeking refuge at the town round. Go and check. If you don't see him, ask Jeremiah Carver.
Greetings, wizard. You look a proper amateur now. A minstrel? I heard KingsIsle took up with the Amber Knights. Scoundrels who take advantage of the weak. You'll find them preying around the streets of Upper Caerleon. Confront some and ask them where to find the minstrel.
I give up. The minstrel is hiding at the Amber Estate. Ask Sir Jean-Paul Jouster.
None shall gain entrance to this estate while I am on duty. I wish there was a pithier way to say that. The minstrel, yes, he is inside, but I am under orders not to let anyone in. I must serve with these false knights as penance. I shamed myself by losing my war mount. If only I could get a new one, I could rejoin my brothers of the Silver Rose proudly. If you helped me, I could go, and the way would be open, yes? Excellent. We need to salvage armor and shields from the ruined tower near Caerleon's gates for the raw materials. Ah, this is good, solid iron. It will make a fine mount. In that same ruined tower, there is a treatise on that greatest of sports, the joust. Find Struthio's royal book on mounts, jousting, and knightly combat and bring it here. Oh, you'll likely have to fight an ogre for it.
Mash you and smash you and crash you. You no take my reading material.
You find Struthio's royal book on mounts, jousting, and knightly combat. Odd, there's a picture of a bird on it.
You found the book? Splendid! What do you mean there's a bird on the cover? That's not a bird! That's a war ostrich! A shame to be a wizard and to lose your eyesight at such a young age. Now, take what you've collected to Wayland Noy in Abbey Road. He should be able to use these materials to smith a new mount.
Hello there, wizard. I've already heard some interesting stories about you. Aye, I can help you smith a new war beast for Sir John Paul. You'll have to gather a few more items for me, though.
I had some special iron bark logs in my smithy in Caerleon. They burn hotter than any other fire. Get those first. Perfect. Iron bark is exceedingly rare these days, so let's not waste it on something ordinary. I'll need a magically hot ember to start it, but I have no idea where you might find something like that.
You have a great idea. You're sure Kara, the Knight of Flame, would give you another living ember from the fountain.
A living ember? A brilliant thought. And while you're out in the Weirwood, ask Shane McGobbin if he'll lend me his magic hammer, too.
Oh, it is my favorite armature. How are you this day? You need another living ember? For you, anything. Take it and let me know if you need anything else. May the fire spirits keep you toasty.
You scoop up another living ember. It's blazing hot, but magically does not burn you.
I see you remain uneaten, wizard. Glad to know me shoes did not let you down. I'd love to help you out, but me hammer's been stolen by thrice-cursed redcaps, worms of the earth, even stole me new shoes. Tell you what, go punch some of them in their pointy noses and get me things back, and I'll give you the hammer for old Waylon.
Here, take the shoes. Stop hitting us. We gave your hammer to the big black cap Rissima Flavel. Bother him.
You want Shane's magic hammer back? I'll smash you flat and fry you up with some hot peppers and garlic. Hum. Oh, my aching teeth.
You got it all back. That's a fine thing. You done well, wizard. Take me hammer to that crafty Waylon Noy. Best of luck.
You got McGobbin's hammer. Well done. You got everything we need, did you? Now, stand back while I melt this metal down and reshape it.
Waylon Noy takes command of the forge. The fire blaze is white as he beats the metal into shape. He works hard and tirelessly until something fantastic appears. A wondrous bird of prey, the war ostrich Morning Star.
This is by far the fastest ostrich I've ever created. Take this beast to Sir Jean-Paul and see what he thinks.
Morning Star seems cute, in a demon beast kind of way.
You have returned, Armiger. Your quest was a success? Is the mount, in your backpack? Ah, a steed with the strength and speed of a hurricane. You and Waylon Noy crafted a masterpiece. Now, I can proudly rejoin my brothers at Caliburn upon the mighty Morning Star with my head held high. With no one guarding the gate of the Amber Estate, you could just walk in and look for this minstrel.
His head caved in and his eyes poked out, his ears pulled off and his whiskers burnt and his bottom... Oh, I didn't see you there. Who are you and what do you want? The Sword of what? I can't recall. You see, I am terribly distressed. I dropped my loot and some redcaps snatched it up. I tried to replace it with this fruit loot, but it's not working out for me. Do you think you could find the redcaps who have my loot? I think they're still here in the city. Perhaps then I could remember your Axe of Ages or whatever it was.
The loot? We gave that to our master, Favor Earlicker. He lives in that building.
A wizard! Let me lick your ears and see how you taste. Take your silly loot. It didn't taste good anyway.
You got Lady Elizabeth back. What? Your weapon doesn't have a name? I could sing a song about you. The brave wizard's spells only sometimes failed and never ran out of mana. Only fizzled about half the time, or maybe more. It is time for me to leave this place for safer climes. I hear the brisk land of Nodor is lovely this time of year. Go to the archives and find me a map to Nodor, and I'll work on a song. Try to remember where your rod of rulership is.
A map to the brisk land of Nodor. There are pictures of woolly mammoths and frozen Fomori. It doesn't sound that appealing to you.
Excellent! I'm sure they'll appreciate my fine music up there. Out of my way! I must get out of here! Sword of Kings? Oh, that. I believe I dropped it in the wild near Stormcrown? You need to know exactly? Over by the battling sprites and redcaps. Oh, go ask Deirdre Madden. She probably knows.
Aye? What are you doing here, wizard? Greetings, wizard. We are hard-pressed by the Fraudlings. Could you lend a spell and help us with some redcaps? Well done, wizard. 'Tis nigh our rout. The Sword of Kings? Of course we know that blessed weapon. I didn't see your weasel minstrel drop it, but mayhaps one of me scouts did. Sadly, many pixie scouts have been caged by the crow-cursed redcaps. Please, wizard, free 'em and we can ask 'em together. You got them all. Have any of you seen the Sword of Kings?
No, but Carrie Mustard Seed is still missing.
Me best scout, Carrie Mustard Seed, is still missing. The scouts say she's been trapped in the Cave of Anguish by a devilish spiny spriggan. The Cave of Anguish lies across the battlefield. Please rescue her, wizard. Maybe she can shine a light on your quest.
A wizard? I'll drink the magic from your tears. Please don't turn me into a newt.
Thank you for freeing me. I was afraid she might eat me alive. I'll go report it to Commander Deirdre Madden.
Brilliant work, wizard. It sounds like you put the fear of cold iron into that wretched spriggan. Carrie Mustard Seed's me best scout. She has a sorrowful tale to tell you. Then we can discuss your plans.
I saw your sword. I did. I saw the blessed blade of mighty Artorius, the sword of kings. 'Twas dropped by that Weasley minstrel and gathered up by evil ghosts before we could recover it. The spectres of the Brocken carried it into the darkest part of the Weirwood, into the weird.
The spectres of the Brocken are fiendish spirits what drink the mana of poor fool firelights and anything else they can catch. To travel into the weird, you'll have to cross the Hanging Stones Bridge. But there lies a wee problem. Go and take a gander for yourself.
For something called the Hanging Stones Bridge, they sure appear to be lying inert on the ground.
The cursed Froudlings knocked them hanging stones out of the sky. 'Tis a travesty. Bright Wizard, before you venture into the darkness of the weird, you'll have to help us rebuild the Hanging Stones Bridge. There is no other way to cross. I don't know how to restore the bridge, but Friar Nolan is wise in such ways. Speak to him.
Ah, you've raised your standing in the world, haven't you, brave armiger? To restore the hanging stones, you'll need the hearts of a Jabberwock. Not the actual heart, of course, but magic rubies he swallowed. However, the only person who knows where the Jabberwock dwells is the Dark Knight, a foul traitor who turned on Queen Gwendoline. Defeat the Dark Knight at his estate in Upper Caerleon and learn how to find and battle the Jabberwock. Snicker-snack.
And there is something out there in the darkness. Something terrifying. Something that will not stop me. All creatures feel fear. Please don't hurt me. Meet me outside this place of my defeat, and I'll tell you what you need to know. You need to find the Mangsome Jabberwock. The Jabberwock lairs in a hidden forest den on the high road near the Shrine to Loyalty. As you get close, you'll hear its terrible whiffling and burbling, but show no fear. After it breathes its fire, strike hard. Take the hearts of the Jabberwock to the Shrine to Loyalty in the face of gloom, melancholy, angst, bitterness, and snark. Once you've purified the hearts of the Jabberwock at the shrine, take them back to that blasted Friar Nolan.
You gyre on by a grove of tum-tum trees into the Jabberwock's lair. You hear some whiffling and burbling up ahead.
Beware the Jabberwock! The jaws that bite! The claws that catch! Calais.
As you subdue the slithy beast, it emits a terrible hacking, like a cat with a hairball, and spits up a tulgy gob. You find the hearts of the Jabberwock in the mimsy mess. Whoever said being a wizard was easy? You purify the hearts of the Jabberwock on the Shrine to Loyalty in the face of gloom, melancholy, angst, bitterness, and snark.
You've defeated the Jabberwock, cleansed the magical rubies, and punished the Dark Knight for his disloyalty. A truly frabjous day. Rise, wizard. You are promoted to knight-errant for your mastery of the virtue of loyalty. Take the hearts of the Jabberwock back to the wild. Deirdre will show you how to restore the Hanging Stones Bridge.
You look brighter, wizard. Friar Nolan sent you to battle for the hearts of the Jabberwock. What a fight that would have been to see. Take the hearts and touch them to the fallen hanging stones. The monoliths will rise up and reform the bridge. The Hanging Stones Bridge is an ancient work of the Weirwood fairies. Thank you for restoring it. Cross o'er the Hanging Stones Bridge into the Weird. Stay on the path to the Lost Abbey and beware the tormented treants. If you are quick and kind, you might find a faux fire wisp to help guide you. They are enemies of the spectres of the broken.
The spectres of the Brocken are haunting this area, attacking the harmless faux fire lights. If you defeat some spectres, perhaps the faux fire lights will know you're on their side. When you defeat that spectre, it releases a captured faux fire light. The faux fire light is bobbing and weaving as if it wants your attention. It bobs and weaves cheerfully. The faux firelight seems to understand your quest. It illuminates a path for you, right into the Lost Abbey.
By the horned crown, who disturbs my melancholy? I shall feed on your mana and leave your body a husk for the beetles.
The shadow is lifted. I am transformed. Stranger, you have broken my madness. Let us speak outside this accursed place. Valiant knight-errants, how can I repay your good deed? My tragedy has been lost to the mists of time. Suffice it to say, I knew joy and sorrow before the time of King Artorius. But when the vile Pendragon, Lord of the Wild Hunt, rose to power, his shadow twisted me and my brother ghosts to evil. The Sword of Kings. We gave it to the Pendragon's horned ones just before you liberated me. They secured it in a Froudling wagon and went down the path. Hurry, and you might catch them.
Oh no! Something terrible happened to the wagon before you could do something terrible to it. As you get closer, you think you hear a wee tiny voice crying for help.
Oh, help! Can any brave soul hear me? You heard me! Hooray! I beg your help, brave big one. Our village is in that tree, and we cannot douse the magical flames consuming it. Please collect some arcane water from the rainbow fountain and use it to quench the flames.
The arcane water from the rainbow fountain sparkles with its own light. You collect a sample. You hope it will be enough. You got back just in time. You soaked the tree with the arcane water you collected. There's a loud hiss and a billow of white steam. For a second, you can't see anything.
Big one, you saved us. I saw the wagon attack my death seraphs. They crushed the horned ones with their infernal flames and stole a great sword. The death seraphs flew to the burial ground. This trail leads to it, but I must warn you, an Ettin blocks the way. You'll need to face the Ettin, both of his faces, to get there. If you get by the Ettin, there's a friendly ghost in the burial ground called Bridget. She can help you find the death seraphs.
I smell a wizard. Come closer and let me grab a hold of you, wee one. I said come closer. You are not scared of me, Gyre and Gimble. You hear that thunder? It is my stomach. It is long empty. I recall the savoury tang of roast mutton from the Froudling village. Perhaps you want to get past me, but I cannot hear your words because my stomach is so loud. Fetch me a pot of mutton. Bring it to me. Ah, there he is. I see you retrieved it. Please bring it closer. Let us bargain, wizard. The mutton, pah, 'twas but charity. A devilish leprechaun lured me here to be turned to stone by the sun. A cloak of raven shadows can free me. First, scavenge raven feathers from the Froudling village. Then, you'll need to battle wildfire treants for ashes, and tormented treants for twisted branches. Take it to the devil Shane McGobbin. He can make the cloak, and in return, I'll vow not to harm a leprechaun again.
Raven feathers, wildfire ashes, and twisted branches? And what you be needing a cloak of raven shadows for? That moth-eating Ettin, he's mashed me people for more than a score of years. He's offering a vow of peace. All right, but make sure both heads swear or we'll both be sorry. Here's your cloak.
Hey, went for it. I mean, of course, I'll keep my vow. What do you mean I have to promise for my other head too? What trickery is this? No, fine. We vow never to harm a leprechaun again. We vow never to harm a leprechaun again. Happy? You helped us, wizard. I won't forget that. Me either. I'll remember you fondly as I pick your bones out of my teeth. No. A deal is a deal. The way is open to you, wizard. Head on to the burial ground and find your ghost, Bridget.
Halt, defiler, or face my wrath. Oh, you are a knight-errant and a friend to Sir Belenos. I'm sorry, I am weak and my sight is no longer clear. I would help you, but Froudlings stole carved markers from my tomb and my own weapons. This has reduced my power. Retrieve my carved markers from the Froudling village and fight the Spriggans for my weapons. Then I can aid you.
The ghost's weapons? Ginther has them in her warren, that tower over there.
My treasures! My treasures! A pox upon your kind, wizard!
I am relieved to have these returned. If you are able to restore my tomb with the carved markers and weapons you retrieved, I believe I will be able to guide you. With my tomb restored, my essence is replenished. I can see clearly now. Your path lies there, into the tomb of the nameless. That is where the Death Seraphs took your sword. The tomb was built for a wealthy knight, but his name was erased from history for crimes that were beyond the pale. This dungeon will test you, wizard, for the Nameless is the one who betrayed Artorias and caused the Great King's death. Into the tomb and confront the Nameless Knight for your sword.
Die, despoiler! You shall join us in our everlasting torment.
The knight's name has been scratched out, but you can still make out the name of the tapestry, all the colors of descent. These markers record a knight's rise and fall. Once you set the final marker in the correct order, you hear the doors grind open.
Who are you, child? A wizard playing at being a knight? Your quest is at an end. You found the Sword of Kings, and your demise.
Mallory, this blessed weapon is not for the likes of you. I may be trapped, but I am not powerless. The sword returns with me. Your crimes will not be forgiven, nor your name ever remembered.
You did this, you thrice-doomed cur! What has become of me? What have I done? Come, let us speak in the open air. I have lost so many things. I betrayed my oaths and vows and turned on King Artorius. For this, my wealth, my few good deeds, even my name were all taken. My wrongdoing may never be forgiven, but I still have the chance to do some good in the world. I will help you on your quest. Have you mastered the knightly virtues? There is a white hart trapped by the Frowdling village. Show mercy and free him.
The poor creature stumbled into the bog and can't get out. If you don't free it, it's doomed. You get a rope around the heart and firmly pull it out of the muck. It tosses its head in thanks and then races off free.
You showed mercy to the poor beast. That is in fact a sign of virtue. A knight must be loyal and must swear to be true to one's family, fellow knights, and liege. It is my deepest failing. But perhaps there is someone in the world who I once aided who remains loyal to my memory. Ask Sophia Greensleeves if she remembers me.
My favorite wizard. You aided me father and husband both. How can I help? Mallory? I do not know. You mean Sir Mallory? How could I forget? He murdered King Artorius, and that cannot be forgiven. But he saved me mother from a giant's axe. If not for him, I'd not have known her songs and laughter. For that act alone, I'll always remember Mallory's name.
She remembered me without malice? That eases the pain a little. The law of hospitality is one of the oldest tenets of Avalon. If you invite a guest in, their safety is supposed to be sacred. The Lady of the Blue Dahlia has broken this taboo by inviting knights into her tower and then ensorceling them. Venture to the Tower of the Blue Dahlia and free her captive Sir Gerard Monmouth. Remind the Lady of the laws of hospitality.
Alas, it pains me to greet you, good knight-errant. I am compelled by the Lady of the Blue Dahlia to fight all who enter. Either I will kill you and prolong my curse, or you will defeat me. In that unlikely occurrence, you will take up my curse. The curse is broken. Well fought, but now you will be forced to act as her champion until you are defeated. But wait, you are not a full knight. As a wizard, you might be able to challenge the Lady of the Blue Dahlia directly. If you best her, we would both be free.
My new champion. Let me look at you, Lavy. A wizard? You are no true knight, but a sneak thief trying to steal my treasures. I'll have your eyes. No more, great wizard. I'll reform me ways and offer true hospitality to all travelers henceforth.
You freed Sir Gerard Monmouth by challenging the Lady of the Blue Dahlia to a wizard duel. Well played. My road into shadow was twisted and marked with infamous deeds. I stole a divining treasure from the three-color serpent. It then fell into the claws of a spiny spriggan in the Frowdling village. As an act of justice, I need you to recover it.
You white-bellied worm! I'll slice you into fish bait! your treasure! Take it and be gone with you, witchy child!
I've not seen the divining treasure in a lifetime. It showed me a vision once, but in the end, I could not avoid my fate. We must return the divining treasure to the three-color serpent and ask his pardon. Keep your head high and show no fear. You'll find him in the chromatic tower by the rainbow fountain.
So, who is this? A wizard? I smell no trepidation in you, but what do you have there? My divining treasure. I lost it years ago to the accursed Mallory. His spirit told you to return it to me. How noble. As thanks, I will look into the divining treasure and tell you what you must know for your quest. A lost queen in a ring fort. She will help you rally the Rose Knights for your final push against the Pendragon.
You did it. Good. A lost queen, you say? That can only mean your path leads to Gwendoline. Gwendoline can help you complete your knowledge of the Sword of Kings. She must be hiding at the ring fort, Dundara. I know it well. It is the ancient home of the Druids, where I grew up with my sister, Morganthe. Do you know her? She was a clever child who had a smile that could melt winter's heart, though she also had a cruel streak. Oh, ghosts and cobwebs, never mind that. Scout out the path to Dundara and tell me what you find.
A giant's tower perches on the path, like a gargantuan carrion bird. Perhaps Mallory has a cunning plan to get by it.
From what you describe, Dunscaith still stands, the home of the unspeakable Indigo Giant. The Indigo Giant has a taste for all flesh. He must be preying on travelers to Dundara. Venture into his tower and slay him. What were you expecting? A cunning plan? Then release his captives. This will show you are a friend to the Druids, who can guide you on to Dundara and Gwendoline.
By the skin of my teeth, a little wizard. I just put the pot on the fire, but I don't mind breaking me fast with something raw. I'll wear the shame of this defeat for a lifetime.
Good wizard, you freed us from a terrible demise. How can we ever repay you? You are searching for Dundara? Let us show you the secret path, friend. Look for Aod when you arrive.
Greetings, friend. If you know of me, Doran must have sent you. Now, how can I help you? You're looking for Gwendoline. Aye, the Queen is here. Go and present yourself.
Hello. Are you a mysterious wizard, a questing knight, a virtuous hero, or something of each? You are searching for the Sword of Kings? Who put you on this quest? Merle Ambrose? Of course that trickster would still live. I see you are no full knight yet. You must finish proving yourself before you might be able to wield the Sword of Kings. Meditate at the lightning-burnt tree on Dragon Hill to summon Sir George Martin and ask him to knight you.
This tree has been the victim of countless lightning blasts. You might not want to get too close. You close your eyes and meditate on the knightly virtues you have learned about so far. Suddenly there is a crash of thunder.
A pilgrim from Dundara or from much farther away? Hail and well met, knight-errant. Why do you come to this forsaken place? Queen Gwendoline sent you for my counsel? I was a famous worm slayer in my day until Catalan, the lightning lizard, ended my string of victories. It still preys on the weak and powerless. Could you find Catalan in its lair and defeat it, easing my burden?
It has been a long time since I feasted on a knight. Once my lightning cooks you, you'll taste like smoked bacon.
You danced with a dragon and survived. You fought a great battle against Catalan. You have a future in wormslaying if you ever want to give up the wizard life. You have eased my heavy burden, but I cannot knight you. I am sorry, but I am too far gone. Too far on the other side. There are many things I cannot do, such as taste honeyed fowl or lemon cakes again. Go back to Queen Gwendoline and tell her of your deed.
You defeated Catalan? That is a great victory for the good people of Avalon. I can tell you have visited several of the knightly shrines. The shrine to nobility of kings and knights and common people like you is in disrepair. Speak to Bridget in the burial ground and find out how to repair the shrine to nobility. Return here when it is restored.
Knight-errant, you seek to reclaim the shrine to nobility? The shrine's sacred shield was ripped away by the ogre, Urg. Urg dwells in the Froudling village. Recover the shield and have it repainted before you return it to the shrine.
My name is Urg. One punch, and your face will be broken. I'll leave you split wide open. I lost to a skinny wizard. In the old days, I would have killed him.
You find the shrine's sacred shield amongst the ogre's collected treasures. It's been pretty badly banged up. You should take it to the master arms painter, Ashlyn Brushtail, to clean it.
You need my help to touch up a relic from the shrine to nobility? I'd be honored. Let's see what I can do.
Ashlyn mixes a batch of paints and gets to work. It's amazing what a talented artist can do, seemingly effortlessly.
There you go. What do you think? You should be able to ease it back into its spot on the shrine.
That looks great. A proper shrine to nobility of kings and knights and common people like you.
You have restored the shrine to nobility. Well done. It is not enough to raise your status, but it shows your dedication. You need to pluck a silver rose from the garden at the Tower of Belregard. You'll have to deal with the Black Knight.
None shall pass. You insist? Then meet me inside Belregard with your weapon of choice in hand. I will defeat you now.
'Tis but a scratch. I've had worse. No, I haven't. I have failed in my duty, and now my brother Finn will die. Why? For he is trapped herein by a fairy's curse. A spell has been placed around the garden wall. If you breach the wall to get a rose, the tower will fall and kill him. Please, speak to Finn upstairs.
I've been cursed by the fairy Melusine to stay in this tower until it falls. I'd heard stories of her wit and beauty. I surprised her at her pool outside Belregard. I wanted to talk to her, but I guess I scared her. Could you talk to her and apologize for me? I'd do anything to show her I was a friend and get her to lift the curse.
Where did you come from? What do you want? The boy, Finn, meant me no harm. Are you certain? I'm sure he was horrified by my tale. I cursed him so he couldn't attack me. He offered to do anything to make things right. If he wants to get to know me, he must swim as I do. I have an idea. You'll need silver from the scurvy skirkers in the Weird. Take it to Llewellyn in Dundara to fashion a Triton's tail.
A Triton's tail. What a request. Let me see what I can do. Aye, this is the best I could fashion. It certainly looks right, but there is no magic in it.
Llewellyn hands you a silver Triton's tail. Perhaps the three-color serpent could enchant it for you.
The three-color serpent? Aye, I've heard tell of him. A tricksy one, for sure. But if you are brave enough to ask, maybe he'll do it.
Wizard, I saw in my divining treasure that you would return. I will do you one favor for your previous kindness. Enchant your fishtail, simplicity itself.
You lay the silver Triton's tail in front of the worm. He chants words of power over it, causing it to glow with magic.
Anol Nathrak. It is done. Take it, wizard, and consider us even.
You actually did it? You have surprised me. I am a fairy of my word. I lift the curse of imprisonment on Finn Gingersnap. With your new Triton's tail, you can stay with me in the water half the time. And for the other half, we can live in the Tower of Belregard. Please tell the Black Knight her duty here is done. Then I will help you with your quest.
My obligation here is done? Have you heard stories of the Knights of the Silver Rose gathering somewhere? I too shall go to Caliburn and hope to serve with them against the evil Pendragon.
Now, You need a silver rose from the garden? If you breach the wall, Belregard will fall, and that seems a waste of a perfectly good tower. Go up to the wall, and I will enchant the rosebush to meet you. Take 1 silver rose back to Queen Gwendoline.
As you approach the wall, you hear Melusine sweetly singing a green spell of gardening. The rosebush grows and extends 1 perfect silver rose blossom for you to take.
The wizard has returned with a silver rose. You have performed every task beautifully, and so I recognize your display of virtue. I dub thee Knight of the Weird. If you hope to complete your quest, we must return to Caliburn to rally the Knights of the Silver Rose against the Pendragon. If you hope to complete your quest, we must return to Caliburn to rally the Knights of the Silver Rose against the Pendragon. However, before I leave, I must ensure the safety of Dundara. I need you to help build a pact with the good fairies. Take this offer of an alliance to Deirdre Madden, Roy Firehilt, and Shane McGovern, then return.
Look at you, a Knight of the Weird. A pact with Dundara? Of course, I love pacts.
I'm just a simple blacksmith, youngster, but me and the ponycorn and our brothers and sisters will assist Dundara. If we don't help you stand against the Froudlings and the evil Pendragon and his wild hunt, who will? Good on you to lead the way.
A strategic alliance with Dundara against the Froudlings? We'll happily stand with them, shooting fiery arrows at the baddies.
Everyone agree to the idea? You have the silver tongue of a true envoy. I need your help crafting a protective spell to watch over and guard Dundara in my absence. There is a dragon skull buried at Dragon Hill. Please fetch it back here.
This was once a mighty worm. Perhaps Sir George Morton brought him low. With a little effort, you pull it from the ground and brush it off.
Handsome fellow, isn't he? A dragon skull clearly requires a working of Death Skull necromancy. In order to empower it, you need to collect necromantic vigor from Death Seraphs. You can find them in the burial ground. You got the necromantic vigor. Hard fought, but well earned. Take the dragon skull and the necromantic vigor to Aod. He will perform the final charm of making.
Gwendoline wants to create a bone dragon defender? That is a powerful working. Ah, but I see you already have the reagents. I do not know all of the charm of making, for it is one of the most potent spells in the spiral, but I know enough. Anal Nathrak, Uthfasmithad. Now, take the dragon skull to the plinth outside the wall and place it there.
The words of the druid rattle in your head, heavy with power. As you place the dragon's skull upon the plinth, there's a crackle of mana. You have brought a semblance of life to what was once just bone and dirt. A fearsome guardian indeed.
Impressive work! Now I feel Dandara is well defended. I stored away my armor when I came here, hoping for solitude and peace. But clearly it is time to take up arms again. Please collect my armor from that chest over there.
This armor and these weapons have seen much use over the years. She is a true warrior queen.
Thank you. It's been too long since I've worn this battle garb. I will change when we get to Caliburn. There is no more reason to tarry here. Meet me back at the Knight's Hall at Abbey Road. It has been a long time since I've seen these faces. There is much sadness and loss here, but still pride and courage. The first thing we must do is create a symbol for the knights to rally around. At Avalon, King Artorius had his stone table. I've heard it fell into the jaws of the terrible Bane worm who lurks in a cave nearby. Face him down and retrieve it for us.
Enter, wizard. My teeth like swords, my claws spears, and my breath death. To be defeated by such a small, soft, sniveling thing.
Artorius' stone table has been broken into pieces.
You've recovered it! That's a lot more pieces than I expected. Take the pieces of the stone table to Wayland Noy. If anyone can perform a miracle, he can.
Let me see what you have there. Oh, my stars. No, there's no way I can fix that. I can help you fashion a new table. We need a stonecutter of unequaled skill. You don't happen to know any Ettons, do you? You do? Wonderful. I've heard Billy Brute lives deep in the Weirwood. You'll have to find out where, the hard way, from the Ansem Famari, near Dundara.
Etton lives there. Friend. Food. No, friend. Humbug. You need a piece of stone for a table? Certainly. I chiseled this one from a cliff just this morning. Here, let me help you squeeze it into your bag.
It takes some work, but you get it in there.
I'm in doubts that would fit. Good luck with it.
Well done, wizard. That huge stone slab is perfect for our task. I can do a quick cut to get the basic shape of the table, but to finish it properly, we'll want to use a bit of magic. Ideally, we'd need a silver rose to bless it in the traditional manner. You've one of those too? By Gamma's wings. I'll move the table over to the Knight's Hall, but you'll need to place the rose in the center. Then you can tell the Queen.
You pull the silver rose from your bag, and it seems to leap out of your hand to land at the center of the table. My stars, that was impressive.
My goodness, wizard, you're a miracle worker. Knight of the Weird, I need your aid in rallying the Knights of the Silver Rose. Tell them to come to the Knights' Hall. Make sure you talk to Sir Pike, Sir Brennan, Sir Robin, Sir Drustan, Sir Jean-Paul, Sir Guy, and the Black Knight in Caliban. And don't forget Sir Perry on the high road. Then meet me in the Knights' Hall.
Wizard, look how far you've come in the world since we first met so long ago. Queen Gwendoline summons me to the Knight's Hall? Of course!
Oh, hello. Should we be rushing off to fight the Froudlings? That doesn't sound too safe. Well, I guess, if the Queen has requested me personally. By the by, do you know if there will be guards at this meeting?
Hail again! Queen Gwendoline? Ah, it stirs my heart to hear she's rejoined us. Raise the swords and bang the shields!
I, the angry fish, will see you at the Knight's Hall.
A Knight of the Weird, eh? Me too. Lovely people in the Weirwood, the best ever. Well, also the worst critters, I suppose. Tell Queen Gwendoline I am thrilled to serve her and follow the Silver Rose again.
The Queen calls? Of course! Morningstar and I will ride into the jaws of death for her, for Artorias and Gwendoline.
It is wonderful to be here as part of a true knightly order. I am honored to obey the Queen and serve with knights such as you.
Noble knight, you have risen so high since I first met you. Once a pup, not even a squire, and now a Knight of the Weird. Tell Queen Gwendoline I will rush to her side. May Avalon thunder again with the voices of the Knights of the Silver Rose.
We called the banners and they all came. This is a great day for us, wizard. We will prepare to assist you in taking the fight to the vaunted halls of Castle Avalon and the dread Pendragon itself. It is time to travel to Lake Nimue to see the Lady of the Lake, the defender of the Sword of Kings and the Spirit of Avalon. As a fully sworn knight, you may challenge Pendragon's petty lord Malgrin. Malgrin is the Horned One who guards the drawbridge between Upper Caerleon and the Barbican of Avalon. Defeat Malgrin and head through the Barbican to the outer yard of Avalon. You will need to find an ally who can help you navigate from the castle to Lake Nimue. May you fly with Gamma's wings.
I spit upon your challenge, wizard. You are no knight. You are. A Knight of the Weird. Imagine that. Like seeing wings on a pig. Well, come on, then. I have the sharp axe and these hard horns. Let's see what you can do. I am but one blade in the Pendragon's storm of swords. The rest will tear you down.
The forces of the Pendragon, the evil lord of the Wild Hunt, have sacked this place and taken it for their own. But you see a few kind faces peering out from hiding. Over there, a brave stable hand waves furtively at you.
Quickly, over here! You don't want to let them catch sight of you. You do not look like one of the beasts who follow the commands of the Pendragon. Are you a friend of Avalon? A knight loyal to good Queen Gwendoline. You need to get to Lake Nimue? I can help you do that. We'll need the help of Sister Constance. She's in the prison tower. Can you free her?
What funny creature you are! What you here for? Not to fight? Maybe to dance? I try not to crush your toes. Oh, you stepped on my toes.
Thank you, kind wizard. I can see Gwendoline chose well when she found you. Let's go tell Warwick what you've done,
Thank the stars you got her out safely. Sister Constance was the Queen's confidant and advisor, and is very wise. She'll help us figure out how to get you to Lake Nimue.
I refuse to help the Pendragon, or to give him any information about Gwendoline. Thus, he had me locked up and forgotten. Queen Gwendoline is rallying the Knights of the Silver Rose? Splendid! We should help by weakening the forces of the Wild Hunt. Defeat a hand or more of those harned Brocket guards. Your battle skills are exemplary. I've not seen anyone fight so well since Artorius' last days. We need to strike another blow. If we can scatter their steeds from the stables, we'll give our troops a major advantage. I can tell Warwick has an idea by the gleam in his eye.
Do I look like I just had a great idea to get the steeds out of the stable without harming them? The king had a magic hunting horn that would compel the Whitehearts to follow the music. I think it might still be in the broken tower, though a hideous black cap resides within. Can you get it?
A wizard come to steal my treasures? Yeah, I'm going to chew you up and spit you out. That left a bad taste I can't seem to get rid of.
You collect the hunting horn from the Black Cap's nest of treasure. The horn is a gorgeous piece of craftsmanship.
You got it! I hope to be as brave as you when I get bigger. If you take the hunting horn into the stable and play it, you can tell the Whitehearts to hide in the forest.
You take a deep breath and raise the horn to your lips. It sounds a great call, infused with power and grace. As the last note fades, the Whitehearts magically vanish. You're pretty sure you sent them to the forest near Caliburn.
I could hear you from here. Now the Knights of the Silver Rose will be able to ride into battle against the Horned Ones. Tell Sister Constance what a great deed we accomplished.
Bravo, knight. Now it's time to get serious. The gate to Lake Nimue is closely guarded. We must cause a big distraction. Go into the castle library and retrieve the Book of Armaments. I must consult it.
The Book of Armaments is a heavy tome detailing a history of weapons and warfare. It has lots of pictures of sharp things.
Armaments, Chapter 2, verses 9 to 21. And Sister Attila raised the pomegranate up on high, saying, O sacred spiral, bless this pomegranate, that with it thou mayest blow thy enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. Sister Attila? No, it's not a common name for a girl. Oh, why do you ask? We need to get a sacred pomegranate from the royal garden, but the gates are locked fast. There is another, still loyal to Gwendoline and King Artorius. Find Squire Billy. He'll know how to get into the royal garden.
Life isn't easy from the Queen's side. I feel like I'm down in the hole, but some emotions are hard to hide. Can I help you? The key to the royal garden is held by the Great Horned Knight, one of the Pendragon's champions. He's in the Swan Tower.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Swan Tower, Knight of the Weird. By the Horned Crown, I swear I will honor you by mounting your head upon the wall there. You fought well, Knight. You might even reach the Pendragon before he devours you.
You did it! Head into the royal garden. You'll have to distract the trend-kill Pantera that prowl the gardens. When you can, grab a pomegranate and take it back to Sister Constance.
The blessed pomegranate of Avalon. We'll use it to blow up the armory and send the guards running. First shalt thou raise the blessed pomegranate, then shalt thou count to 3, no more, no less. 3 shall be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shalt be 3. Once the number 3 be reached, lobbest thy blessed pomegranate of Avalon towards thou foe, the armory, who shall snuff it.
You wind up to throw, and on the count of 3, you hurl the pomegranate through the window. Quite the explosion from a piece of fruit. Look, the guards have fled.
Did you see the look on their faces? What a miracle! Now you can enter the Overlook Tower. Inside is a lever to open the portcullis that leads to Lake Nimue. However, you'll probably have to thrash the spiny spriggan who hangs out inside.
Did you make that big boom outside? What a ruckus! It made my ears ring. So I think I'll rip yours off. Fair? me ringing head.
You hear a low grinding outside, like a gate being raised.
Well done! You are a brave and virtuous knight, to be sure. With your help, I've no doubt we'll overthrow the Pendragon. Go through the portcullis and down the steps to reach Lake Shore. I've heard the Pendragon's evil servants are out in force, but I'm sure you'll find good folk loyal to the Lady of the Lake.
You climb down the steep steps to reach Lake Shore. You can feel an evil presence squatting over the sacred waters. Over yonder, you see someone dressed in simple hermit's robes. He looks injured.
Oh, I guess this is the end for me. I saw you with your spells and your razor, and I was sure you were one of the Pendragon's wild hunt. It eases my heart to know that my last moments will be in the presence of a kind knight, loyal to Queen Gwendoline. I was gravely wounded by the stag chargers. If you could get some water from the pool of radiance, it might restore me.
This is not a good sign. The pool is dry.
The pool of radiance is run dry. This really is the end of me. The simplest answer is that it must have been the vile work of the Pendragon's pet bog witch, Black Annie. How could she have done it? The simplest answer is she must have stolen the gems from the magical elfin statues. Did she do it herself? Doubtful. She most likely had the stag chargers do it. Defeat the stag chargers to get back the gems and restore the elfin statues. If the pool of radiance replenishes, I might still be brought back from death's door.
As you place the second gem, the elfin statue's eyes light up with a magical glow. There is a soft rumble of thunder and the sound of waves crashing on a distant shore. Suddenly, the waters begin to rush again. The waterfall splashes merrily, and a cool mist rises. The pool of radiance is replenished. You think you've collected enough water to heal any wound.
What do you know? I was only mostly dead. I'm gonna have to revise that theorem. Now why are you here? To find the lady, of course. Nothing could be simpler. The Lady of the Lake has been trapped above the waters of Nimue, in the halls of the Dolorous Tower. There is a magical path that leads over the water to the Dolorous Tower, but the secret is guarded by the Abbot of Whitehaven. Black Annie's strangler goblins are trying to smoke the Abbot out of the Abbey. Chase off the strangler goblins and remove the bundles of kindling. The Abbot will know you are a friend.
What a sinister plan to smoke the abbot out As you remove the last of the kindling, the door opens and the abbot emerges.
Thank you for your help. Are you someone loyal to Avalon and the great Queen Gwendoline?
You might need some help with this one. Thank you for your help. Are you somebody loyal to Avalon and the good Queen Gwendoline?
You need to consult with the Lady of the Lake. Sacred Spire voices is born heard. She's trapped by the Black Annie. To restore her power, you have to vanquish the foul scarkers what are poison Lake Nemu to destroy the Kings of Affluent. Return there when you've accomplished those tasks, eh?
The short of it is defeat the foul skirkers, then destroy the kegs of effluent. Talk to the abbot when you're done. Yuck.
My highest compliments, you're a better servant than the noble King Artorius.
My highest compliments. You are truly a servant of noble King Artorius. Additionally, you think you are finally beginning to understand the abbot's accent.
Although the Lady of the Lake has been reduced, she's not without her allies. The Seraph Guardian of the Dolorous Tower will attack anyone who comes near, unless you show that you are a friend. Get a branch from the olive tree and signal the Seraph from the shoreline. Tell me when you've done this.
You step up to the shore and wave the olive branch slowly toward the dolorous tower. The Seraph sees you and raises her sword in salute.
You've made a friend. There's a signal horn hanging from a tree, now covered and choked by goblin kudzu vines. You'll have to rip the vines away. Once you see the signal horn, sound it to show you the path over Lake Nimue. You'll have to deal with Black Annie. Now, she holds the iron key to the Dolorous Tower. With it, you can enter and find the lady.
You rip away the goblin kudzu vines. They are sharp and sticky with a dark sap that stings. You clear enough to get to the tree. There is the signal horn. You reach the signal horn and raise it to your lips. The sound is low and long. It announces you are here and also calls a challenge to Black Annie. The sound echoes around the shore. Long after you lower the horn, a path reveals itself, leading across the water.
A visitor! So pretty! Your presence warms my sanguine heart. Now I'll roast your heart on a spit! Petty, treacherous wizard! Oh, may you face 1,000 deaths! Take this blasted iron key and be done with me!
As you approach the Dolorous Tower, you feel the Seraph Guardian watching you closely. She gives you a hint of a smile, indicating you should enter the tower.
A glorious wizard and a knight of the weird, both in one. Truly, this is a portentous day. Course I was expecting you, clever child. None other than an apprentice of Merle Ambrose could have freed me, or found Queen Gwendoline, or defeated the Bane Worm. Come, gaze upon the stele of Nicol, and see what name is prophesied to restore Avalon.
As you approach the floating stele of Nicol, you feel an immense power and weight pushing down upon you. There is a hum of energy, and a swirl of mana, and a flash upon the stone.
Glorious, no? You have come to ask me about the Sword of Kings. I have returned it to its place of rest in Castle Avalon. Do not fear. The Pendragon cannot draw it, for he is tainted. The sword waits until you are ready to face the wild hunt. Come, meet me outside this Tower of Sorrow. There are 2 more knightly shrines you must visit before you will be deemed worthy of drawing the Sword of Kings. One is here, the other harder to reach. But first things first. We need to restore the shrine to mercy of a gentle rain from above upon the place beneath on both givers and takers. The stag chargers on the shore stole Mercy's shield, while the strangler goblins have Mercy's sword. Will you get them back? You fight as fiercely as King Artorius once did. Restore the shrine to mercy. Your sharp eyes will see a portal appear leading beneath the waves. Do not fear. The portal will ensure you can breathe beneath Nimue. I will meet you below to show you the path to the final shrine.
You restore the shrine to mercy of a gentle rain from above upon the place beneath on both givers and takers. You hear the crash of waves and see a portal rising up to reveal the way below.
The Pendragon's foul magic even reaches under the lake's surface, this most sacred of places. He has done much harm to Avalon. The last shrine is located far beneath Castle Avalon. There is no way to reach it from above without facing the Pendragon. And he would kill you without the Sword of Kings. We will be sly and sneak you in from below. We must rebuild the broken teleporter arch. Defeat the drowned knight for the first piece of the teleporter arch.
Who dares come to this place of broken virtue and abandon hopes? This cave will be your tomb hereafter. It cannot be. My blade has dulled, and my shield has failed.
The The drowned knight broke his vows of bravery and loyalty when he refused to face a worm. He left Sir Brennan to stand alone. Sir Brennan slew the worm but lost his hand. The drowned knight was found and defeated, and must dwell here evermore. The next piece you need is guarded by a lock spriggan, a nasty piece of work called Care Knucklebones.
Boiling crawfish, a wizard! What have I ever done to you or your kind that forces you to barge in here and take my stuff? I mean, other than the looting and the pillaging. Salt my codfish! I'm done for!
Lock spriggans are nasty creatures. They tear things up and rip them down, and you can never get the smell of brine out. The boggy cave should be empty. Go in and grab the teleporter arch piece.
It appears not to be empty, after all. Something is lurking in the dark water.
A wizard? Down here? In the depths? Oh, I'll dice you up and fry you in maggoty butter! Scorching and burning on you!
That bog witch tried to steal my magic some years ago. I forgot I had locked her away down here. The last teleporter arch piece will be the most challenging to gather. The Diavel Cave is home to Tarn, the drowned giant. You'll have to break his spirit.
I sense a minnow swimming down here where it does not belong. Flee, little fish, before I swallow you up and grind your bones to silt. May the shadows never let you sleep, and may your waking hours be filled with night terrors.
Beautifully fought, wizard. Go and assemble the teleporter arch. The portal will take you through to the catacombs beneath Avalon. Quickly now, I will meet you inside. This is not how I would have welcomed you to Avalon in better times, but we do as we must. These vile, deep, dark goblins have sprouted like poisonous mushrooms. The catacombs are locked, and I'm sure they have the key. Strike down the deep, dark goblins for the catacombs key. You fight as if you were gifted with the wings of Gamma, Knight of the Weird. Use the catacombs key to enter the tomb of Artorius, greatest of kings. You will find the last knightly shrine within. Meditate at the Shrine to Justice for All based on a system of might for right rather than the old system of might makes right. Then pay your respects to the tomb of Artorius. and return to me.
What evil is this? The shrine to justice for all, based on a system of might for right, rather than the old system of might makes right, was razed. Worse yet, the king's tomb is empty. Where could his remains be?
This is devastating. Without proper reflection at the shrine to justice, you cannot complete your nightly preparations. Only one who has meditated at all the nightly shrines may hope to wield the Sword of Kings. And this defilement of the king's tomb is even more troubling. Wait, I have an idea. There is a way, but it lies through caverns older than time, under the dreams of the world and across the other side. I cannot accompany you beyond the mists of the other side, but if you search the dungeon cells, you will find a proper guide.
Hello? Is there someone out there? Ah, a valiant knight. Is there any chance you could help me out? I hate to trouble you over something so petty, but if you could find the Hobgoblin Blood Captain and get a key to these locks? I'd do it myself, you see, but I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. No food or water for some time, plus these wounds. You'll find the Hobgoblin Blood Captain over there, I'd imagine. The cell key should be on him.
Oh no! A wizard? Here in me personal sanctum? I give up! I give! Nah, just kidding. Let me boss you about then. Oi, me aching face. Who let him in here anyways?
You got the cell key. Well done. He didn't give you any trouble, did he? Ah, by Gamma's wings! The spiral-blessed lady! I am yours to command.
Sir Patrick will make an excellent guide to help you cross to the other side. You will pass beyond the Well of Anoon, through the crystal caves and to a reflection of the world around us. You will see many astonishing and dreadful things. Find the shrine to justice and complete your meditations. Sir Patrick, lead on and keep our wizards safe.
Shall we? We will need to drink deeply from the Well of Anoon to reach the other side. Of course, one must have the proper vessel. You're going to have to defeat some grim seraphs to find a silver ladle. It's the only thing that will work. Once you have the silver ladle, meet me by the Well of Anoon. The Well of Anoon is older than Avalon, perhaps older than history itself. Long is the day and long is the night, and deep is the Well of Anoon, or so the minstrels say. What does it mean? Well, it's the Well of Death. Did I forget to mention that? Use the ladle and drink from the Well of Anoon. It shouldn't kill you, but it will bring you close to the edge. Once the mist lifts from your eyes, you'll see a path into the other side. Follow it down. I'll meet you there.
A cold chill washes over you, and you feel like you are teetering on the edge of a deep pit. The mist billows and parts to reveal a dark passage.
Be careful. The world probably feels like it's still spinning. I know how it feels, like dancing at the edge of the abyss. Welcome to the Crystal Caves at the heart of the world. You are looking a bit unsteady there, friend. The roots of Mother Oak are powerful medicine. However, you'll need to distract the dragon spawn first. Go defeat them, then break off a piece of the roots of Mother Oak. Quickly, chew on the root. It will help make the sickness pass and ground you. We don't want you to slip too far into the other side, of course. Head through the caverns until you reach the Night Garden. You can't miss it. Consult the Statues of Fate, and then come find me over there.
Mallory, I can't believe it was you who sabotaged my armor. I drift in the sea of darkness. I fall endlessly in the underdark. I crash through the maze of thorns. What is this horned crown? Who places it upon my brow? Are you friend or Froudling? I know that voice.
Mallory, you can't do this. No king lives forever. Besides, I have a plan to twist him to our cause. Look, Gamma, just give me the blasted book already. You know Merle said I aced every test so far. What harm can it do? Give me the horn crown, Froudling. I've paid your price. Give it to me or face my wrath. This will heal your wounds, mighty king, clothing you with impenetrable armor. Wear the horn crown and find new life.
I have lost my king, my castle, my country. I've had more heartbreak in this life than there are stars in the sky. Dendara will be my new home. I will bother no one and be troubled no more. To see one reclaim the Sword of Kings and return Avalon to light is my most fervent wish.
Look at this, Gamma. There is a spiral pattern to those distant stars. I knew I was right. You, child, are the brightest star I've ever met. Despite the recent tragedies, I hope you'll follow me to continue your studies. It's time to go, Gamma. Time to build our school and open the doors to the first class.
Don't mind them. Just old ghosts and broken memories. You study under Merle Ambrose, do you? There's never been a wizard half so cunning since he left. I'd venture he trained you well. Now then, we're going to need some light. Defeat those life-sucking corpse lanterns, and use their essence to light the night globes. That's better. We can see what we are about now. You're still too connected to the real world. To go further, you're going to need wings. Walk into the Owl Arch and be transformed. Nice feathers. These spiral stairs lead to the other side of Avalon. They will take you where you need to be, into the keep of Ganelon. You will see things that have happened before, but this is a dream world. Your actions matter only to you. Fly up the staircase and enter the ghostly Avalon of the other side. Find King Artorius and gain access to the Shrine to Nobility.
Hello, Gamma. What errand has Mer Ambrose sent you on this day? I hear that an unsung knight has come to Avalon to duel me for sport. Fly down to the armory and see if my armor is ready.
Be quick and be quiet. Bend the armor a bit more to weaken it. That will make sure this friendly duel ends in the king's death. Wait, what was that noise? An owl? It's Merle Ambrose's ally, Gamma. Catch him while I make sure no one else heard us.
What a terrible betrayal to have witnessed. You should tell King Artorius about it at once.
Are you certain it was Sir Mallory that you saw? That is a grave charge of high treason. We will have to question him. I'll send some Knights of the Silver Rose to look for Sir Mallory. In the meantime, this unsung knight has been waiting. I surely cannot duel him now that my armor is damaged. Gamma, I've heard it said you are something of a duel master. Why don't you champion me? Make sure you don't let the realm down.
King Artorius, I will defeat you and prove that I am worthy of joining your Knights of the Silver Rose as your greatest knight. Wait, you are not the King Artorius? What kind of knight are you? You are the king's champion. I did not plan to pull feathers from my claws today. My claws are cracked! Good show, noble owl. I had not expected you to duel half so well. You have humbled me, and so earned my name, Sir Pike del Lago.
You did not fail me, Gamma. How did the knight fare? Well said. A good fighter and humble too. Perhaps I shall have to admit this Sir Pike del Lago into the Order of the Silver Rose. My knights are still searching for Sir Mallory. He is nowhere to be found in Castle Avalon or Caerleon. Gamma, can you ask your master, Mer Ambrose, if he has any insight into where Sir Mallory may be found?
Hello, Gamma. What have you been up to this day? Sir Mallory is missing. Oh, perhaps my assistant knows where he might be found. She should be up in my tower. Can you fetch her?
Ah, Merle Ambrose. You're not so smart, and your protective wards aren't so tough. Once I copy these pages, you won't be able to keep me from learning this so-called forbidden knowledge. I'll master the horn crown and use it to wrap the king around my little finger. Gamma! What are you doing here? What did you see? I'm just putting this book away for Master Ambrose is all. Oh, fine! Beaten by a dumb bird! Next time I'll have you plucked and roasted and fed to the spiders!
Oh my, that is dire news indeed. I hope you could restrain your endless curiosity, Morganthe. I'm so very disappointed in you.
I'm sorry, Master Ambrose. I didn't mean to let you down.
I was going to teach you all of my magical arts one day. I just don't know now. You can start making amends by telling us the location of your traitorous brother, Sir Mallory.
Mallory? What did he do? He told me he was going to watch King Artorias' duel and then meditate at the Shrine to Justice.
Mallory going to the Shrine to Justice. Oh, now that he's been found out, who knows what evil he will attempt. Quickly, Gamma, tell King Artorias about Sir Mallory's plot. Mallory must be stopped at once.
Mallory's betrayal continues. His whole family is full of vipers and spiders. Hurry down to the Shrine to Justice. See if you can delay Mallory while I call the knights to arms. Once you stop him, you have my permission to meditate at the shrine. Consider it a reward for good service to Avalon, wizard.
If I shatter the Shrine to Justice, it will create a blight upon Artorias' reign, and no one else will ever wield the Sword of Kings. What? You again, Gamma? Come closer and taste my steel. I just wanted to be king.
Hello, wizard. You have completed your aspirations. I dub thee Knight of the Silver Rose, Champion of Avalon, and Protector of the Realm. It is time to leave the other side and return to Avalon proper. Step through the portal and return to your proper place. I am glad you survived your travails on the other side. Venture through Avalon's outer yard and enter the Keep of Ganelon. You will be met by the Pendragon's Heartlancers. Venture through Avalon's outer yard and enter the Keep of Ganelon. You will be met by the Pendragon's Heartlancers. Defeat them, then draw forth the Sword of Kings. Once you have the mighty blade in hand, seek the Pendragon in the throne room and end his reign.
An intruder will drag your carcass before the Pendragon and let him eat you up.
Praise to you, wizard. You will find the Pendragon in the throne room. Don't let his guards give you much pause.
So this is the little wizard who has been running through my realm, causing havoc? You have the stink of Mel Ambrose upon you. What is that you have? The Sword of Kings. I did not think it possible for it to be raised again. Let us test your mettle against my razor fangs. You have destroyed me!
There's a terrible crack, like the sound of the sky breaking, and a twisted crown of wood and thorns falls to the ground. The dragon roars again, and starts to shrink and contort. His scales fall away like rain to reveal a broken king beneath.
Greetings, wizard. I see you are a most worthy knight, able to wield the Sword of Kings at least as well as I once did. Thank you for ridding me of that accursed, twisted horned crown. It is a terrible thing. It has been a long time since I looked out at Avalon with my own eyes. This may be my last hour.
Artorius was transformed by the barbarous horned crown into the Pendragon. Morganthe tricked him into donning it after Sir Mallory's betrayal when the king was at his weakest. Artorius is dying, but our work is not yet done. There is still a chance to save Artorius and restore the realm. Go through the door behind the throne. It leads to the Crystal Caves. Do you recall tasting the roots of Mother Oak? We need something even more potent than that. Battle the white and black dragons who chew on the roots and get their venom. That alone may heal Artorius.
You collect a quantity of their venom before driving them back. You hope it is enough.
I cannot believe it! I am restored! The land is healed thanks to you, wizard. Come, let us see what you have wrought. What a wonderful sight! You have driven back the evil from our land.
3 cheers for the Knight of Wizard City. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah! Take the Sword of Kings back to Mel Ambrose. Morganthe is still loose in the spiral, and she means you naught but ill. You will need the Sword of Kings to drive back the shadows. Give Mel Ambrose my thanks. You are always welcome here, wizard. Now speak to the Lady of the Lake in the outer yard. She will send you home.
With the king restored, so too will the land begin to heal. Thank you, wizard. Your name will forever be sung in Avalon. Return to Wizard City and tell Merle Ambrose what you have accomplished here. I can see a great storm coming and a giant shadow washing across the worlds of the spiral. Take the Sword of Kings and stop this darkness.
I see you have recovered the Sword of Kings. You found King Artorius and restored him to health? Oh, wonderful. It will take time to repair the damage done. But with the king restored, I've no doubt Avalon will shine again. As to the matter of Morganthe, I will scry throughout the spiral to divine her plans. We must intercept her before another land is lost. You should continue your studies and prepare yourself for my call. When I find her, there won't be a moment to lose.
No, I keep whistling.